okay, if it's on Amazon, then it's trustworthy. At least it's a real thing, it's a genuine thing.
A lot of fakes are there in the market.
यार आप Amazon में नहीं हो, मैं कैसे trust कर लूँ?
Refund, it will happen more promptly than it would happen on a marketplace.
E-commerce or marketplace as a devil.
Amazon should sponsor this. But are you able to build trust? Because one reason that a lot of startups would, list on Amazon or any of the e-com marketplaces was that, okay, if it's on Amazon, then it's trustworthy. At least it's a real thing, it's a genuine thing. So is there a trust issue if you're not on marketplaces?
That has actually changed in last few years. So back in the day, if a brand is on marketplace, that built credibility. Today, people, if they're buying a premium product, they prefer to go to the brand's website or app because they know that it is going to be a genuine product. Whereas for a lot of lifestyle categories, a lot of fakes are there in the marketplaces.
Yes.
So that's why people are hesitant when they are buying for a premium product on any marketplace. So for a brand, D2C front actually works as a better channel primarily because of this.
But I think consumer mind भी बहुत different है. This example my mom dad, typical 50s, right? वो लोग Amazon नहीं prefer करते अभी भी. And that's very different apparently. Gen Z's नए try कर रहे हैं. Right. But अभी मेरे mom dad तो मुझे पीछे पड़े कि भाई Amazon में डाल आयुष, नहीं तो क्या कर रहा है? Like भाई scale आएगा, लोग देखेंगे, trust बहुत है. And category matter बहुत करता है. I still have customers कि यार आप Amazon में नहीं हो, मैं कैसे trust कर लूँ? या आप Flipkart पे नहीं हो? मुझे वो सस्ता मिल रहा है वो सब. It just
Discounting
plays a huge role in that.
I'd actually like to add to Nitin's point is that a big part of a premium purchase in India is also how the customer is treated after the purchase is done, which they think may not happen at Amazon as well as it would happen on a brand's website, right? If there is a concern, we would address it almost immediately. They know that there's going to be answers that we will get back, or if there is a refund, it will happen more promptly than it would happen on a marketplace. So the D2C websites, like even for us, it's our best channel. First-time customer acquisition cost is higher, but then the lifetime consumer value, it averages out because we can tap into retention.
People buy fragrances?
Well, for us, it's sitting on an average about 3 months. So the lifetime customer value becomes, if the product has promise, obviously, you can get a good lifetime value out of it, which you cannot get out of marketplaces. Retention for us plays a very important role. It performs wonderfully for us. So that way, I think a D2C works out better, especially when you are starting out, because you can get your customer base, you can interact with them on a daily basis. And a part of their experience is that we are being looked after. They want to be looked after even after the purchase is over, which is not possible on marketplaces. So I agree with you when you say that about a premium product.
Any other thoughts?
See, I believe usually I've talked to investors and D2C brand owners. I've seen that they see e-commerce or marketplace as a devil. And why is that? Okay.
Giving them a lot of SEO, the e-com guys. But anyway, please continue.
And why do they say it's like a devil? Because customer data nahi mil raha. But you get the product data and you get the reality of the actual product. Because आप अपनी website में तो review हटा दोगे, Amazon पे तो नहीं हटा सकते आप. And you see actually क्या work कर रहा है, क्या नहीं work कर रहा. Plus the customer data points are so strong on e-commerce. Amazon में you get voice of customer. It's so intense.
I think Amazon should sponsor this episode. We've given it so much airtime right now, but
But the reality is these platform blocks you a lot. Just say, you can only put certain kind of pics. You can't stand out from the rest of the crowd. So in website you get to stand out from the crowd, but on the marketplace you get the infrastructure. Plus delivery at the end of the day, even if you're a D2C brand, for delivery, which is a very important part of the business, you are bounded with third parties. And the customers are not getting the products on time.
Yeah, it's a terrible experience. Terrible experience. I think that's where the breakdown is happening actually.
Because earlier what was happening is that हम D2C कर रहे हैं, the customer is getting product at 10 days.
Exactly. And वो घंटी बजा रहा है, पता नहीं कब आ रहा है, मतलब हाँ OTP. Oh, the bane of all our existence. Actually, I think the D2C founders, if there was some thinking as to what to do with the last mile, because that's a really broken experience, And I think that's why people then prefer to go back to either QCom or then to e-com, because the experience is good. The last mile is, a decent experience. So you're saying that omni-channel is the right approach. Is that what you're saying?
Build a balance. Once you start understanding what product actually works for the whole niche, and once you have the product in your hand, then go for the website. That was our approach first.
But did you think that that slowed you down, or do you think that you could have done both at the same time?
I would say it didn't slow us down because we are a bootstrap company. We need profits. We can't burn the profit. Plus, we are not in a sector which is high repeat rate, right? When you don't have the repeat rate, you need to find the money from every corner that you have. So you go to a marketplace, you build your trust out there. It becomes easier to capture the customer out there. You then go to D2C because आप वहाँ का profit यहाँ लगा सकते हो. Especially for us, हमने तो वही कर
So
रहे हैं.
that was your strategy because you needed to generate enough cash flow. Yeah.
But I think category बहुत depend करता है. Like fragrance और मेरा home decor में अगर कोई marketplace से मेरा order आया है, I'm not sure कि वो वापस repeat लेगा. I think क्योंकि options 10 आ जाते हैं फिर. जैसे looking for a table, तो मेरा table एक बार बिक चुका है, पर दूसरी बार उसके पास 10 options आएंगे तो I believe for me, for your brand will be different. I think 70-30 should be the split in my opinion. क्योंकि फिर repeat hamper हो जाता है. उनके पास 10 options आ जाए. अच्छा ये ले या वो ले. तो वो चीज़ आ जाता है.
Offline के बारे में, how does everybody think about offline?
In clothing, I think there's tremendous scale online. So we think you can 0 to 1 journey has been online, 1 to 10 journey will also be online. I think the 10 to 100 journey is when we'll start thinking about offline. But I think
But it's needed at a certain.
at some point, but I think again comes to category maturity. Clothing has been it's been 15 years in India. I think very, very strong depth at the right price point, at the right assortment. So much later, we've pushed that out.
I have a very contrary opinion on this. See, clothing is a touch and feel product, and offline really works. So we've been doing pop-ups all across the country, and it really builds trust. And this in turn helps online sales to go up.
That's how Raw Mango built it. Pop-ups में.
For your price point or for the luxury price point, I think that is absolutely needed. But I think the more price is low in India, the more people are willing to, especially as disposable income rises. But I think again,
Like for a very massy category, yes,
Absolutely.
it's not may not be required. But whenever it's a premium category like us, people really like to try. But what also helps in online, so usually people come and shop with their friends or somebody, and now when they are trying the product, so then budget goes out of the mind. In online, when somebody has a budget of 5,000, they will buy for 5,000, 6,000.
Gratification ना.
Instant
अच्छा लग रहा है,
gratification.
3 चीजें और दे दो.
अच्छा लगा वो 5,000 का बजट हो गया 20,000 का. So that really builds the business. So depends on the category and the price point, but offline I believe has a whole lot of potential in this clothing category for sure.
I think price point definitely. So talking about performance footwear, so people who would want to buy like a Vaporfly or they would want to buy like a Nova Blast A6 ka, at that price point and the expectations that the consumer have, they are really picky. They want to be in the store. They want to know what is there in the shoe. How
want to
is
have
it
a
going to help
conversation.
them.
You want to
They
have
want
a
to have a
con-
conversation.
Yeah.
It is an extremely informed choice, and I think it should be true for any high AOV category. So I think we are seeing that in furniture also. Like a lot of these brands which are online only have come up offline, and it has really helped them scale. I think price point definitely, and also the category. If there is specificity that the consumer is looking for, displaying that and building that trust just online in a very long term will definitely be difficult. I think D2C, the entire ecosystem has. We are also kind of very lucky to be building in an ecosystem where it has kind of become a little straightforward. Set up shop, there is shipping, so we can do all of that at least to launch off. But yeah, in the long term, depending upon the price that you are at, you need to provide that experience. You need to build that trust, and then it's a very high touch purchase for the consumer.
I think India is still like अभी general trade बहुत ज़्यादा important है. 70% अभी general trade हो रहा है इंडिया में. And I think being offline is very important क्योंकि लोग मेरे केस में जैसे एग्जाम्पल मैंने कुछ भी लिया है, I associate brand with that one person, just the salesman. अरे शर्मा जी है, चलो बेस्ट रेट मिल जाएगा. And उसके थ्रू इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलता है and सब कुछ मिलता है. And being in a home decor category, look and feel, touch, quality बताना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. एंड हर एक कस्टमर किंग होता है, वो एक कहावत है, राइट? तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है और वो हम लोग ऑफलाइन ट्रेड पे बहुत ईजिली कर सकते हैं. तो आई बिलीव गोइंग ऑफलाइन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू एनी ब्रांड वो नीड्स टू एक्सपैंड, क्योंकि लॉयल्टी बहुत बढ़ जाता है. क्योंकि आप बोलोगे अरे शर्मा जी थे, वहाँ से मैंने कुछ किया है, रेफरल इंक्रीजेस, राइट? एंड एक्सेसिबिलिटी ऑल्सो इंक्रीजेस. तो बहुत मेरे हिसाब से दैट्स माई पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू.